Good morning from the future. It's already April 19, Friday morning time. I am presenting from the Philippines, from the other side of the world. So, good morning from the future to all our friends joining us in the United States, Canada, the other side of the world. It's still Thursday, April 18. Evening your time, and I know that you're getting ready to rest. And tonight is going to be a wonderful night of learning. My name is Faithlyn Grace Demecilio, and I will be presenting tonight for CTO Nathan Demecilio because they are preparing for a 3-day training in our headquarters in Malaysia. And it's really an exciting time for you to be joining the Zoom call. I would like to welcome everybody. I can see a lot of you are already existing users, distributors. And of course, if we have first time guests watching the presentation for the very first time, we welcome you. Thank you so much for taking in the Zoom call, taking in the invitation of someone who really cares for you. That's why they wanted to share with you this amazing opportunity of awareness, of change, right? And so the company is Prive International. It is a combination of prime of your life. So achieve the prime of your life. That is the vision, the goal, the mission of the company. And we are going to be sharing to you this evening how we can do just that. Whatever age we might be in, we can enjoy the prime of our life. So this is the iTeraCare product presentation, but we will also talk about the trilogy of wellness. So it's really gonna be a good time. This presentation was prepared by the CTO of the company, the key to ultimate human health. So there is that longing to unlock the secret to human health, the ultimate human health, so that we can enjoy the prime of our life. Again, he does this presentation on a regular basis so that if you are building your business with Prive International, you just invite people to the Zoom call and he will be the one to share, explain, passionately explain about the new way of wellness. But for tonight, I will be presenting. And before we continue, we have a disclaimer that the iTeraCare blower is not a medical device. So people have really experienced amazing results with this product, but please, it is not a medical device and do not use it for diagnostic purposes. So please consult with your medical provider. If you have a challenge in your health, please always consult your doctor. But the most important thing is it has been verified as safe to use, emitting no harmful radiation, and bears labels allowing for international distribution. That's why you are hearing this presentation tonight or today. So it is certified as a household electrical appliance. And these are the product testimonials, but I will not be going through them because we want to be compliant. And so I would like to welcome our dear users, distributors, who would like to share their personal testimony. I think that you can unmute yourself, but first raise your hand if you have a personal testimony that you would like to share with us today. And remember, this is recorded. So in short, you are willing to share your testimony. So anybody among our 34 participants willing to share a testimony? Of course, we do not encourage that you will share somebody else's testimony. We are trying to be compliant because we know that this product is really needed by the world, and we don't want anything that will come in the way of this vision, of this mission. So anybody would like to share their amazing testimony, like maybe just a wart or maybe a pain, whatever it is, please raise your hand or give me that raised hands emoticon. or just say, "Hi, Faith, I would like to share my testimony." Any takers?
Hi,
Beauty.
Faith.
Hi, hi. Hi, Tom. Hi,
Hi.
Tom.
Hi.
Let me see you and make your video visible to everyone. Do you have anything to share with us tonight?
Yes.
Is it nighttime there right now?
No, the sun's starting to go down.
Oh, where are you
I've
calling
been
from?
using. I'm calling from Sandy, Utah,
Oh, Utah.
in the
Okay.
United States.
All right. So, however, your signal is not, it's not so good. So if you could share your testimony slowly, don't speak too
Oh,
fast so that we can still get your testimony. All right, take it away,
okay.
Tom.
Thank you so much. I've enjoyed this unit so much. I've been over 2 years now having it, and I used to have gout real bad. And I was always worried about what type of food I was eating, or can I take these supplements, and is it going to cause an attack? And if you don't know about gout, it it's a swelling type of thing, and it's really weird and it's really painful. And uh, I would have to walk around. I'm a trucker, and I'd have to walk across parking lots with one shoe on and the other one with a sock, and have to change my sock all the time because I couldn't put a shoe on. And like I said, I had just a real difficult time with it, and I was always worried about what to eat or what to drink, and whether I would, excuse me, whether I would take too much and cause another attack. And ever since I got my first iTeraCare 2 years and two and a half, 222 of 22 is when I joined, and I have not had one inkling of an attack since. And it's freed up my thinking. I'm not worried about what I eat, what I drink, and it's just a real blessing.
Wow, that's really amazing. So almost 2 years or 2 years already,
Yes,
2024.
yes, and I've counted. I have actually 19 things I've listed
Mm-hmm.
besides the gout that has improved. Just from my skin, my sleep, my all kinds of S's,
Wow.
and I've had a. It's just been great. I just have not been disappointed whatsoever at anything.
So you've been
Um,
using it on a regular, like diligently using
yes,
it daily. So that's the key,
yes.
I guess.
Once in a while, I'll miss a day or two, but
So far.
mhm,
Wow, that's really
but
great. Well,
it's been great. People say that my skin it looks a lot better, and my wife was telling me that all the time, and then I started telling other people that she said that, and she stopped saying it. So
all right, that's really a great testimony. It's very
thank
personal
you.
and it's different for everyone. The good thing is that whatever your body needs, then that's what your body will adjust. So thank you so much for sharing,
You're
Mr.
welcome.
And enjoy the rest of the presentation. Anybody else
Thank
would
you.
like to share, all right, their own testimony? I'm sure Mr. Tom has a lot of other testimonies, including his families, but thank you for sharing your own. All right, so I think we are a little bit shy this morning, this evening, but I can see somebody here that I know that probably he has something to share on a personal level. Can we call on Mr. Gary Quaresma if he has something to share with us? But if he is not able to do so, that's also all right. So, guys, what we're doing is we're skipping the testimonials part. We want live testimonies from you guys if you want to share. So, well, anyway, just by a show of hand, let me see. Do we have anyone joining us this call who is listening to this call for the very first time so that we can we can just continue and show the testimonials. Okay, so I guess all of you are here for more learnings. Oh, here. Okay, hi, Angie. Hi, Angie. So if you're not gonna tell on me, then maybe I can share the testimonies. What do you think, Tom? Should I? Because, it's really so hard to present for the US market, because with all this compliance. But hey, I'm going to stay compliant. And we encourage you to experience the product and have your own testimony. Isn't that right, Mr. Tom? Okay, let me just unpin Mr. Tom so that maybe he can be freer. All right, so let's continue. So these are just some of the amazing testimonies, and they are available as you request from your sponsor, the person who invited you. All right, so again, this is Prive International. So we're talking about the way of living. The harsh reality of life is that in the ancient times, people are born, they age, and they age well. If I should use that adjective, they age well. They live a full life, like they live beyond 100 years old, right? But nowadays, in the modern times, people are born, they age just a little bit, and sickness strikes them. Even children below 18, 13, like 10, 12, already have health issues like diabetes. They have, high blood pressure already. It's just really astounding. Like, wow, so surprising. But people always die not in their sleep, but because of a sickness. Like, people always ask, what was the cause of death whenever somebody dies? So there is always a hampering of living life to the fullest. There's suffering before there's death, before they just die in their sleep. So this is now the harsh reality of the kind of time that we are in. And the thing is, the world's leading cause of death is not natural, right? It is lifestyle diseases. And you can see in this data, like stroke, heart problems, cardiovascular diseases. So these are all lifestyle and chronic diseases. So this is generally attributed to unhealthy behaviors, habits, and even environment. We live in this environment where it's no longer conducive or supportive of the body's natural way to live in its optimum state. So cancer is like almost normal nowadays. Before, it's amazing. It's like a surprise when one of your friend or relative has a cancer. But now it's like majority of the population is really, really sick. And of course, there are other causes of death. And one of the genesis of these chronic diseases is actually blockage. And it is what we call inflammation. When there is pain in the body, anytime there's pain in the body, that is a signal that there is a blockage. That is a signal that there is already inflammation. But as a society, this is part of the habits that contributes. Our habit is to just pop a pill, silence the pain. But we should stop and listen to the body. When there is pain, we have to deal with the blockage. If there is blockage, there is bad flow of energy. The flow of blood circulation is poor. The nutrients cannot get to the organs, the cells where they need to go. So the inflammation is like one of the beginning, initial stages of diseases, this chronic diseases that we saw. So maybe you don't have those chronic diseases yet, your kids don't have them yet, but once they have the inflammation, that is a major alarm already that there is a blockage, because the beginning of the health decline even starts in deficiency. We don't get the nutrients that the body needs, so we have a deficiency. So that is part of the process. And so humanity has been in the search for the ultimate health hack. Why is it called hack? Because we are in an environment, in a concrete jungle, that we need to hack through the system. It's already given. Now we have an awareness that we live in an environment where there's radiation all around us. Our cell phones, maybe the internet, the Wi-Fi. Can you imagine the internet? Before, it has to pass through wires. Now it passes through walls. So that is the kind of environment the body is in. So we are bombarded with all these negative energies around us. And so we need a hack. But still, even though we find the hack, the greatest force to get to a healthy state is still inside of us. So this is actually the healing system that not a lot of people are talking about. As a society, of course, the people in this call are super aware already. That's why you're here. But that healing system is actually our weapon. It's going to be our weapon, the key to unlock to better health. Hippocrates said that the natural healing force within each one of us is the greatest force in getting well. So maybe we have all these pills all around us, all these technologies, but still the greatest force in getting well is inside. And the good thing is that everybody has this healing system within each one. So whether you're young, you're old, you're rich, not so rich, you're retired, working, whatever it is you're doing in life, whatever is your status in life, you have that greatest force. And so any challenge or any goal to getting well, tap into this greatest force. And another perspective or a mind shift is to know that actually, apparently, everything is energy. So our body, things we see, we feel, these are like matters already, but energy is the building block of matter. So everything is made up of energy. That's proven in science and quantum physics. So basically, the body is an energy field, are full of energy. We are energy beings. So we are made up of trillions of cells, which make up the, tissues, organs, the system of the body. But in our cells, beyond the cells, the atoms, beyond that, within that, the greatest force within the cells is actually energy. So we are an energy field. And so everything is vibrating. That energy is not stagnant. It's not a flat line. If it's flat, then it's already dead. That person is already dead. But as long as a person is living, everything is vibrating. The energy in that person is vibrating. But the question is, are you vibrating in a higher frequency or lower frequency? Are you vibrating in a high vibration or low vibration? That now differs if you are well or you are sick. But I think that's so liberating to know that the key is in the energy. Nikola Tesla said that if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. So that's where we need to focus our energy, our frequency, and our vibration. And we can unlock the secrets, including to our health. And Albert Einstein, another great mind, said that the future medicine will be the medicine of frequency. So it's not pills, it's not whatever else, but the medicine of frequency. And we are living in the future that he was talking about. That's why we say, welcome to the future. And so we are so fortunate to be living in a time where all these wisdoms are already in application. And that future is being enjoyed by us right now. So in the past, it has been utilized. Energy healing, the healing frequency has been utilized. Like in the ancient times, they have their communities and they have their leaders who are also like their healers who use different natural elements. They use techniques to harness the healing frequency. And, people don't just die of cancer, they don't have these things, but rather they harness the power of energy in the nature around them and to activate that healing frequency within them. And it's documented, it's in a lot of books. So in short, it's not a debate anymore. It's not something that is new. It's been practiced. But in the middle, we have another era that came in, and so we have a new way of thinking introduced to humanity, but it's been proven. Now the good thing is that now that we are already in that future where frequency medicine is now the next frontier, we are already in that frontier. We now can use the frequency in these devices. So whatever, you don't need to go through those techniques, and whatever your beliefs are, you just turn it on, and this healing frequency can already be enjoyed by your body. But the bottom line is that it is already proven that just using energy, the body can definitely get well, can get better. And we'll talk more about that later. But this is just one of the modern proofs of the power of frequency. In NASA, they discovered a certain frequency that helped the cells heal faster, regenerate, recover, and repair. So they use this frequency using the pulsed electromagnetic field, PEMF. They used it for the astronauts. When the astronauts are out in space, they're not able to be connected to the Earth. They're not able to ground, and so they deteriorate fast. So this technology allowed them to enjoy grounding. So PMF, wow, like a NASA technology, it is actually in one of our devices here in Prive International. So that's just one of the power of frequencies. Another one is uh, the 11th harmonic. Why is it harmonic? Because it's a combination of different frequencies. So this guy, Dr. Anthony Holland, tried thousands of frequencies, and he discovered that cancer cells shatter or are vulnerable, and they shatter when they're exposed to a certain frequency range, and it is called the 11th harmonic. So certain frequencies can effectively stop the growth of cancer cells. So this is a study, and this has been documented. There is a video on this. It's really amazing how it's non-invasive, it's just frequencies, and yet the cells are responding. So what is the frequency in our device, our amazing iTeraCare device? It is the terahertz frequency. Now, terahertz frequency is not electronic, although it's electromagnetic wave, but it's not in the radio wave, microwave, or the electronic spectrum, that side. It's also not the photonic side. It is not like the infrared, X-ray. So in short, it is a healthy frequency right in the middle. It's like the eye of the storm. It's safe there. It's healthy. It is between the microwave and the infrared. So it's in the sweet spot. So the discovery was made in the 1980s, and they have discovered that this frequency is very good for the body. That the American scientists, the US government even said in 2004 that terahertz technology is one of the top 10 technologies that will change the future world. And indeed, it has. This is now 20 years forward, and it's being used in communication. They're using it already in 6Gs. They're using it in aviation. When you go through security scans in the airport, they're using this, biomedical and other life fields. So they've been using this. And this is a safe, non-ionizing frequency, right? And it can even pass through non-conducting materials like clothing, paper, plastic, and glass. That's why they can even see what's inside without opening, without touching you, without harming you. And this frequency is really life. It's like, it's almost like, that's why the Japanese scientist calls it light of life. The American scientist calls it the wave of life, the frequency or the wave of life, because it matches the vibrational frequency of the human cells, and it resonates with the human cells. It resonates, it has the same frequency, and so it is able to activate the cells. All right, and the cells now start to function optimally. The Chinese scientist calls it God's waveband. Can you imagine all these great minds attributing it to something divine, right? So it just tells you that this is really an amazing, wonderful life kind of frequency. And they have used this as one of the uh, technologies that they use to advance in their military science and technology. So that's why China is so advanced. They're using this even in 6G already. And there have been scientific data, there are studies on terahertz and the benefits of terahertz on the human health. So they use it in treatment of diseases, including various cancers. Now, this is not ours. This is a third party. This is a review on the internet. This is a study, treatment of angina, positive effect on treatment. So this is all available on the internet. You can go Google, search it, but definitely it's no longer a debate. Terahertz frequency has a lot of health benefits. The body responds well to this frequency. And the terahertz frequency is now available at the comfort of your home through this man, Professor Yang Wenjun. So he spent years and years, 6 years, 6 to 8 years of research and development. And in 2014, he was able to invent the world's first terahertz light wave device, and it looks like a bazooka if you can see it on your screen, and it cost around $400,000. But to be able to put in that kind of frequency, that we will learn more about it later, is really a breakthrough in itself. So this guy, Professor Yang Wenjun, is a member of the think tanks, among the think tanks of the Chinese government, Chinese Academy of Management Science. So he put up his own manufacturing company for the terahertz device, which is the Shang, and he is working with this government. So those are his two life work. His heart is really so huge for humanity, and so he kept on developing, so that his mission, his goal, his vision is that everybody can enjoy this health by using the terahertz frequency. And in 2020, this is not the one, but in like 2021, all right, in 2021, Prive International has become the sole global distributor. Okay, here it is, but it's super small. I don't know if you can see it, the small certificate of appointment. So they have been marketing this product in China for several months, several years already. But when Prive International saw this product, they partnered with Dishang. Well, at first, they became the sole distributor of the iTeraCare devices. So all over the world, we are the global distributor. Of course, except in China, they've been distributing that for a while there, but globally, we are the one appointed to market, to distribute this amazing product. And in 2024, not only are we now the sole distributor, but we are now in partnership. Prive International and Deshang came into a collaboration agreement so that they can really fulfill their vision, mission, which is super duper aligned. And so you are in the right company. Prive International means business in terms of bringing the amazing devices and applications for wellness of the world. And Professor Yang Wenjun, his heart is also for the wellness of the world. So this is his only business, like the Shank's business, right? So this is not just another factory in China, producing OEM, and whatever product you need, they will copy. No, this is their life work. This is their passion. They have spent years and years, and they have done tests and other things to make sure that it is the perfect fit so that everybody can enjoy the better health that they deserve. And so in 2019, the third generation of the terahertz device was produced. Now from $400,000, this is just a fraction of a cost. It's just $4,000. Wow, 400,000 to $4,000, right? So that's really just a fraction. And he still did not stop. They now produced the fourth generation, which is called the iTeraCare Classic, the red hot chili pepper. It is around $400, so that anybody and everybody can really enjoy this amazing frequency. So this is really a commitment. 8 years of research and development, and we are not guinea pigs. So there were tests done. And finally, we have the latest one, the iTera Premium Plus, or what we call the Purple Fire. So this is the first device that came out of that collaboration. Prive International and Deshang's collaboration has produced this Purple Fire. So the iTeraCare Premium Plus is having all the benefits of the classic, the premium, and it even has a timer, but at a cheaper price. So in 2024, we entered the cycle of 9 Purple Leaf Fire, and this cycle will last for 20 years. Woo! So let's get it on. So these products have 62 clinical test reports by the Beijing Research Institute of Chemical Technology. So it's in Chinese and it's verified, and they have shown that it has 5-star for inflammation. Remember, we talked about that it is like the genesis. So it has 5-star on inflammation, 4-star on comprehensive health quality. So overall health, right? So whatever is your challenge, basic health, it will definitely be good. Malignant tumor, virus, diabetes, brain conditions, lymph node, skin, vaginitis, dysmenorrhea, irregular menstruation, neurasthenia. So it has been they use quantum energy so that they know what it is best for. So this is not a clinical study like you usually have, but using quantum energy, they have seen that it is best for the following. So if you just go to number 2, so we don't need to itemize all the other health challenges, conditions, but definitely it will be very good for the body. So what is in our iTeraCare? Our iTeraCare doesn't just have the terahertz frequency. It has 3-in-1 core technology. That's why it's so powerful. It's so effective. The results are almost instantaneous, right? Because it is a combination of quantum energy, optical quartz with the terahertz frequency. So maybe there are terahertz frequency devices out there. It can penetrate just up to a certain level, but our device has this three-in-one core technology. So let's talk about terahertz. Terahertz, basically, the frequency resonates with our cells. It's the same frequency as our cells, resonates our cells, and it is producing trillions of vibration. You cannot imagine that, right? Trillions of vibration per second. That's mind blowing. So, this vibrational frequency activates healthy and dormant cells. So, the devices, the iTeraCare device, we don't say that they will heal, but actually, it is the cells, the body, the healing system, the healing capability of the body that is activated. So, it activates your own body's healing power, self healing power, so that it can eliminate bad, mutated, and free radical cells. The quantum energy energizes our cells, balances the bodily system. How many years ago we were marketing just the quantum energy products using scalar energy? But this one is also, quantum energy is also in our devices now. That's why it's so powerful. So it produces healing energy, strengthens the body. And because of the quantum energy, the terahertz frequency can penetrate deeper into our vital organs. It can penetrate 20 to 30 centimeters because of this wisdom of combining quantum energy. And the quantum energy expands or magnifies, right? Whatever is your intention. So the healing intention is there, so that healing frequency is even expounded, expanded, and strengthened. And the optical quartz in our devices also amplifies the frequency. Using hundreds of exclusive mineral ingredients, we are able to produce this amazing healing energy. So this is not just any plastic or glass like some of the knockoffs are using. No, they just have this crystal looking glass, but it's just glass. But our company, our partner, Dishang, is really committed to this, that they're using the right materials, they're using the right technology, and so they're able to produce the optical quartz, which mimics 1/40th of the sunlight's energy. Nowadays people are not able to have sunlight, sunshine in places where, it's always winter, or maybe for people who has a different shift in their work, in their job, like agents, online agents. They sleep during the daytime, they work during the night, I mean, we are of the morning, and so they are not able to have sunlight, sunshine, but it's very essential for the body. So you can have sunlight, sunshine anytime, anywhere. So this is really even a great feature. Just for that is really a great feature already, benefit rather. It also strengthens the auric field in the body. Now, what is the auric field? Is the aura. It's actually the first line of defense, one of the first line of defense. So we see that we have the skin, but above the skin, there's even the aura. We cannot see it with our visible eyes, but that is like our invisible armor. But it is weakened because of a lot of reasons, maybe toxicity, our environment, but using this device, it will activate that auric field or strengthen your auric field. So this is the three-in-one core technology only in our iTeraCare device. Wow. So these are the 5 features. Penetration, heats up the bone marrow and clears blockage. Hippocrates said that if there's a way to heat the bones, then all diseases can be treated. Hippocrates was the one who said it. But if you will think about it, how can you heat the bones without burning the skin, right? And now the technology to come to apply that wisdom is here right now. So the iTeraCare device allows the frequency to penetrate up to 30 centimeters. It also helps activate cells through resonance. It's like It's like it's the right frequency, and so they understand one another, they're a match, and so it is activated through resonance identification. It stops the growth of abnormal mutated cells, and so that the body can clear off the abnormal mutated cells. And safety, it operates with zero radiation. The frequency coming out, there's zero radiation. It is an electronic device, but there's no radiation, zero ultraviolet, and it's user friendly. Even your kids can use it. Of course, just be responsible about it. But my own children, when they need to use it and I cannot do it for them, they can. Because you just turn it on like a blower. And yes, you need to plug it, although our photos here don't show the wire, but it is an electronic device that you need to plug. This is a test that they did using the BioWell Kirlian camera, and it shows that this guy's energy points are only 75% aligned. But when our energy points are not aligned, the body cannot function at its optimum state. Okay, and the body cannot heal faster if it needs to do self-healing, right? But after just 15 minutes of using the iTeraCare, there's already 92% alignment. And they did it for longer until the energy points completely aligned to 100%. Wow. Can you imagine all the techniques, all the procedures that others need to do just to get to that state of alignment? But this one, you just turn it on, just give it time, and you will already enjoy energy alignment and boost your body's innate healing system. And an hour of iTeraCare therapy is equals to more in terms of health benefits. 40 times of massage. Again, this is talking about the health benefits. Of course, it's really good to have the touch therapy, but in terms of the health benefit, it can penetrate deeper, deeper into the bone marrow when you use the iTeraCare. So 10 times acupuncture, equivalent to 20 times cupping, 30 times of guaja, 40 times of massage in health benefit. But if you still want to do that, do that, but at least have an hour of iTeraCare therapy once a week. On a regular basis, use it as a hair blower, hair dryer. It's good for your brain, and it's even good for you. There's no harmful radiation. You're drying your hair. So just do it like as a facial tool. You can use it for that. But once a week, have an hour of iTeraCare therapy. We also have precautions. If you are pregnant, please don't use it. But you can use the terahertz charged water. Just drink that and you will get the benefits. If you are in your cycle period, we don't recommend, but if you insist, well, you may. Some people find it to remove the discomfort of their period when they use the device. Sometimes they focus on the abdomen, so that's really up to you. It's your body. The thing is, the blood will keep coming, right? So, but hey, it's your body. But do not blow directly in places where you have implants, like stent, you have lens in your eyes, any object implanted. Please do not even experiment. These three major things, do not even experiment. If you are marketing this device, please make sure that the person reads the guide before they use the device. So please do not blow direct. You can still use it, blow it in other areas, but don't blow directly where the implant is, right? And if you have open wounds, please, if you really want to blow, please let the bleeding stop before you blow it there. You have fractured bones, please do not blow. If you need to go to the hospital, do so. But if you want to use the iTeraCare for faster healing, that's your call. It's your body. So that is just the entry point. This has been the start, the genesis, the birthing of Pride International. But the vision continues, right? The vision, the mission continues to bring wellness to people to achieve the prime of their life. And so we are in this continued pursuit of this wellness. And it has been discovered that we need three things that actually the nature provides for us to achieve the ultimate human health. So it's not just one thing. We need a lot of things actually, but these are the three major things. And this has come from the study of Mr. Gary Brecka, who is a human biologist, biohacker, and a longevity expert. He has over 22 years as life insurance predicting mortality uh, officer, if you should call it that. And so he has an access of database of over 370 million lives, and they are able to predict with 85% accuracy the death of a client to the month. So it's really basically like almost predictive because of the lifestyle. So this is an in-depth data study, and he has discovered that we have a deficiency. As we said earlier in the program, that deficiency is apparently one of, it is the starting point. It is the starting point. It's not just inflammation, but inflammation is when we already hear the body talking to us because there's pain. But deficiency, you don't know that you have a deficiency. But most, if not all people, a lot of people suffer deficiency. And that is now the beginning of that deterioration process when we have a deficiency. So raw materials that we take in must be converted into a form that the body can absorb, or else we have a deficiency. That is the reason why, how many years, decades already, that the food supplement industry is there, and yet we still have all the health challenges because apparently the body has to have this process called methylation. So it is a biochemical process that converts the raw materials into a usable form. And this does not happen, right? So we have supplements that is methylated. They call it methylated, so the body can already absorb it. But the good news is that this process can actually be activated in our body using the three things that nature gives us. Isn't that good news? Finally, all the bad news that we're hearing, it is a good news, right? Just by earthing, breath work, oxygenation, and sunlight. So we need these three things in our body. We need to do these three things so that the process of methylation can happen in our body. Otherwise, we think we're drinking lots of supplement, we're eating the right foods, right? But if we don't methylate, then we still have a deficiency. And so this guy, he saw the problem. He developed the superhuman protocol as part of the solution. And it is very effective. It is being used by the elite, but it also comes with a price because this is an amazing technology that gives you those three things: sunlight, the oxygenation, and the grounding. So the superhuman protocol cost $150,000. I think it's still a breakthrough equipment, if you call it that. And it's been proven that when you have these three things, your body now function at a different level. So what is grounding? Grounding is magnetism from the earth. We are being discharged from all these negative charges that we get from the frequencies, bad frequencies around us. And so it changes the polarity of our cells. At first, our cells are clumped together, they're like in rouleau, they are together, so there's no oxygenation. When you ground, the polarity of our cells are changed. So that's the benefit of grounding. Now, how do you ground? Go to the grass, right? Go to the beach. Go to the natural ground. You cannot just bring the sand, the soil, and bring it to your concrete ground and ground there. No, it needs really to be the ground. Next is the breath work. We need the proper oxygenation so that the body can methylate, body can function. But the reality of life is we live in boxes where there's air conditioning, there's no proper oxygenation. So there's really a pandemic of oxygen. Finally, sunlight. As I said, not everybody is able to have sunlight. And apparently, we were meant to spend 85% of our time outdoors. But as a society, we were programmed to think that being exposed to the sun is cancerous. But if you can see the farmers, they're under the sun, they don't have these things. It's actually the things that we put on our skin that might be causing that. But anyway, 85% of our time were meant to be spent outdoors, not going under the umbrella, not running away from the sun. So even our mind conditioning is really setting us up for deterioration. Our body needs the vitamin D, right? So the farther away we move from these three things, the sicker we become. That is the reason why we have a very sick society. And it's really become a huge, huge industry. And so that is the reason why people have all this sickness, because we are no longer grounding, we don't have proper oxygenation, we do not have the sunlight, we don't have the vitamin D anymore. So Gary Brecka has done this study, and now we know that that is the reason. So if you have an access to these three things, do that and continue whatever supplements you're taking, whatever good food you're taking, the body will methylate. So we live in a very sick society. It is a sick society. But Dr. Joe Dispenza said that all diseases is a lowering of frequency. So it's still frequency, goes back to frequency. Every cell in our body is actually a battery. So if you can imagine the cell phone, when the battery charge is so low, some applications you cannot use. The same way with our body. When the charge of your cell is so low, then the body cannot function at its optimum. And so what is now the contribution of Prive International? We are bringing to the world these devices that will provide the grounding, the breath work, the sunlight. So we are providing the solution. And so this is going to be a huge, huge industry as well. Wellness is $1 trillion industry, right? And so there are a lot of supplement companies out there, and we want to also contribute to the solution by giving the three things that the body really needs. So your supplements can be more effective because the body is able to methylate wherever you are. So first is the PMF. This is the grounding effect. It is in our iTeraCare bios. And you can see that the PMF results, the red blood cells separate, there's increased oxygen delivery, nutrients delivery, increased circulation, right? Decreases plaque buildup. Can you imagine you're just stepping on it? There's already going to be a decrease of the plaque buildup, right? And decreases work on the heart. Wow. So it also has a lot of other benefits aside from grounding, cell activation, purifies the body shaping, relieves inflammation, promotes metabolism, dispels colds and dampness, promotes circulation. So it has a lot of other benefits. But the major one that you really need is the PMF. It is a 3+1 core technology. It has the terahertz waves, negative ions, wow, and the graphene far infrared plus the PMF. So we have this in our company. The next is for oxygenation. We have the OxyTap. The OxyTap is an oxygen infuser. So it's not an oxygenated water. This is infusing oxygen into your water that you normally drink. And so it's using the water as the capsule, as the carrier of the oxygen. And so there is no oxygen overdose. Unlike if you get it from oxygen bars, there can be an oxygen overdose because this one is already dissolved oxygen and delivered by your water. And so immediately the absorption is even higher, 6 times higher absorption in your liver even. So taking oxygen from oxygenated water is absorbed into the cells 6 times faster than breathing. So of course, it's great to have the breath work. You need that for your lungs, but overall in your body, the absorption is better when you drink oxygen water from the OxyTap. So what is the importance of oxygen to the cells? So we have the mitochondrion. It is the superpower generator. So we need to activate these cells, and ATP is the energy currency of the cells, right? And the ATP that you get from sugar, from glucose, is very low. It's just 2 ATP in terms of value. And people, when they experience hypoxia, oh, I need sugar, I need to have energy, they take in a bar of chocolate. But that's just 2 ATPs. And what happens is you have sugar crash, right? So when a cell has insufficient oxygen, it uses anaerobic glycolysis to get energy. So this is actually like a poor hack. The best hack is to give energy, 32 ATP, good energy from the oxygen. When a cell has oxygen to use, that is the best. Yesterday, my daughter was saying, oh, I need to eat sugar, my energy. So just drink the oxygen water from the OxyTap that has 32 ATPs. That's even higher energy level. So when a cell has access to oxygen, it uses oxidative phosphorylation and electron transport chain to produce energy. So it is the right process, the right way. Cells need high energy for many functions. It is essential to carry out normal cell function, repair of cell after injury. The cells need to repair, keep the cells young and alive, fight infection, and remove cancerous cells. So energy, high energy from oxygen is really essential. Do you know that when a cell has no oxygen to use, right, it can turn cancerous? So healthy cells cannot live without oxygen, but if a cell has no more oxygen or limited oxygen, it can now, cancer cells can thrive even without oxygen. So deprive a cell 35% of its oxygen for 48 hours, so 2 days, it may become cancerous. So this is like the answer why a lot of people have cancer nowadays. I don't know why I have cancer. It's because of pure oxygenation. Your environment, you're always in an environment where there's poor oxygenation. So there's really a pandemic of oxygen. So this OxyTap really is one of the best hacks. Now, when we have oxygen combined with the neurons, we experience high elevated emotions. So during the day, when you wake up, right, there's low oxygen in your brain. And so you're like lethargic, you're like that. You need to rev up your engine. So just drink your oxygen water from the OxyTap and you will experience high elevated emotion. So that is a hack, right? Finally, our iTeraCare mimics 1/40th of the sunlight's energy that is good for the body. So, guys, this is the most powerful combination for the ultimate health, human health. And so, whatever you're drinking, whatever it is that you have, for that to be used by the body, you need the three things. And Prife International provides this amazing product that everybody needs, right? So we have the Bio, we have the Oxytap, and we have the iTeraCare. So start with the iTeraCare, then get your Bio, get your Oxytap, whatever is your financial situation, guys, from $150,000 combined, this is like $15,000. And what is money? Money can be earned, but the time that is being spent, time that is going in terms of your body's deterioration, sometimes it's already irreversible. So that's really the sad reality of life. So it is not an accident you're hearing this presentation tonight. If you still don't have the three things, get them. But if you have an access to those three things that nature provides, go do it on a regular basis and continue to shift your lifestyle. So these are really vital keys to achieve human health, ultimate human health, the trilogy of wellness. And so Prife is really positioned to be the world leader in human health, using the most advanced frequency products today. Wow, we are living in that future. So we have all these amazing, incredible products. And I know that during our time, the diseases, the health challenges that we have variants after variants. It's like we cannot cope, right, with the advancement of all the health challenges. And so it's not a wonder that there is a desire, a prayer for better health. And this is the answer. So it is providence that we have this amazing technology available in our time so that we can combat, we can hack, right? We can hack the health challenges all around us. And so talk to the person that invited you to this call. Our main headquarters is in Malaysia. So we are committed to this vision and mission. And our goal is to have iTeraCare device in every household, bring life to every home. And that is just the beginning, as I said. And these are the men behind the Prife International family, the board of directors. Combined, they have over 100 years of collective leadership and management experience in the direct selling industry. So they are builders and they are working BODs. So these guys are all over the world, continuing building the countries because they have a great vision, the vision for Prife International. And so you can be part of this. And we are already all over the world. We are having global events, right? We just celebrated our second anniversary in Thailand last January, and we continue to expand because the world is so huge, right? So we need you. We need you to share this good news. You don't know prayers that will be answered, right? Problems that will be solved. So Prife International really changed lives in terms of health and even in terms of wealth. So whoever invited you to this call cared enough. Now the ball is in your hands. Take the next step, make that choice, get that product. If money is not a problem, get all of them so that you can already take advantage of those technologies. Anyway, money can be earned